Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to another skateboarding knowledge. Today we are going to be talking about the DC shoes custom vert ramp. Alright, so that's what it looks like. So this video is going to be about before it became the DC shoes custom vert ramp, right? So here's what it used to look like when I was there helping them make the ramp. So here, this green here is the warehouse, and this was around 2003. This used to be the Plan B warehouse. So in the back here they had product shelves, and then right over here they had the office space, and then they had the ramp, 64 feet wide, once a little bit 15-foot extension, and then a little spot 17 feet extension, and then the rest of the ramp was 13 feet tall. Then over here is the party deck. They had a party deck right next to it, so you could sit there and party and look over and watch people skateboard, which is an awesome idea, you know. And then right under it they had a 5-foot mini ramp. I think it was 24 feet or 20 feet wide, 5 foot high. So now that you have seen the layout of what it used to be like, so then now we're gonna go into the recent. So during this time when we were building it, the ramp cost $40,000. It used 125 sheets of skate light. No, I don't know if it's 125, but I think it cost 100. Yeah, it was 125 sheets of skate light. So that was a new thing back then. And yeah, so originally it was Dave Duncan who bidded the ramp to make the ramp. And this was when Plan B was almost going out of business. I think they went out of business 2004, and then they revived it in 2005. So this was located in somewhere down by Oceanside, California, San Diego County. And yeah, and then what happened was, towards the end they ran out of money, and me and my friend Mario, I remember we went there to finish the party deck for 2 weeks for free. Okay, for free. 2 weeks, 14 days, because Mario, he knew Danny Way's brother Tommy. Plus, you know, we don't want to leave the ramp all shitty, right? Because they were gonna do a Judgment Day contest after the ramp was done. It was in the Transworld magazine, but I can't seem to find it on the internet. So we went down there for 2 weeks. Remember, we lived in Anaheim, which is about an hour or so away. So we had to drive at least an hour south for 14 days to do this. The only thing that comes to my mind is there was a rail that stuck out right here. The coping. Oh no, not the coping. The rail for the to lean on the party deck. And I remember we forgot to like cut it. So in the magazine, I remember seeing it, seeing a rail sticking out right here. Okay, so this is what it used to look like. All right. So every time we were there, I never seen any workers there, you know. Like the product was on the shelf, and they weren't even shipping any Plan B shit out, you know. And there was no one in the office. It was just there to the skateboard. So I'm gonna go through the process. We'll use the real picture. So this is just a overview of what it used to look like, okay? So here we go. Alright, so now the DC Shoes custom vert ramp revived in, what is it, like 2017 or something? I mean, you can read about it. I'll put the link in the description. So location DC Shoes headquarters, Southern California. Yeah, it's like over there by it's like by the little airport down there by Oceanside. I know there was an airport somewhere around there. And yeah. So yeah. So it was the idea of Danny Way and Colin McKay. I don't know about maybe Jake Brown, POG. They came later on, but it was mostly Danny Way and Colin McKay. So yeah, of course. Let's go back to the ramp again. When they ran out of money, of course, Dave Duncan bailed, so he left us to finish it, me and Mario. And another thing too was there was no lights or nothing, so it was during the winter, so we had to stop around 5 o'clock, cause you see that there was only like a row gate over here. This is the back, and the front's over here. There was not much light coming in. We only had the light from the row up door to do what we can, and around 5 o'clock we had to pack up and leave. So yeah. So this is the ramp. Okay, so this would be where the party deck is, and this would be where the mini ramp used to be, right here. Right here is where the mini ramp used to be, and above it's the party deck. And see this beam right here? See this beam? If you notice, they don't have one in the middle. So what happened was Danny Way was going so big, his head was, I guess, hitting the rail. So they end up getting one of those, you know, those lifts, the scissor jack lifts, driving through the middle of it and cutting that beam down. So there's no beams right here because they cut it down. And then because that scissor jack thing was so heavy, it fucked up all the masonite, the skate light that was on the bottom here. Fucked it all up. And when we were doing it, let's go back here again. It was 64 feet wide, and when we used the ruler, what happened was, if you're off just like a eighth of an inch, by the time you get over here, it's like 2 inches or something, right? So then this platform right here was hitting against the wall. Yeah. So back then we didn't have like all the good ass tools, right? Because this was 2003. So yeah, so that was one of them. And another thing, when we were putting up the party deck, the beams were so big. It was like this kind of beam, but made out of, but it was wood. I think it was like a, 12 by something. I don't know. It was more like a beam like this, but made out of wood that we put. So we had, those scissor jacks that you use for the car to jack up like a little car to change the spare tire. Yeah, we were using that, and a 2x4 under it, and we're scissoring jack the frame of the party deck up. And these party decks, they were using 10 by 4 by 10 sheets, and then it had a little narrow stairs that you had to walk up. Remember, this is 13 feet. I remember I was so strong that I was picking one of those particle wood 4 by 10 3/4 thick all the way up there by myself, man. I don't, shit, I can't do that now, but yeah. So that was what they used for the party deck. 3/4 thick, 4x10 particle wood. Alright, so yeah, so that's pretty much the thing that happened here. So yeah, they ran out of money. So now this ramp works. Now the ramp works come in. Now DC bought that out. So now they're like got money. As you can see, the thing monsters and DC. So I mean, back then it was just Plan B, So yeah, we didn't have none of this shit, man. What we did is we just screwed up a bunch of 2x4s on the ramp and climb up there, and we didn't even have cordless shit, all the drills, everything was corded. So since we're just crisscrossing back and forth, the extension cord would be like spaghetti, man, going across and shit, man, yeah. So yeah, so here it is. So right here where the DC thing was, that's where the office is. That's where the office would be. Right here. Be on this side right here. This is a little office. And then this is where the mini ramp was, like I was saying. So you can see they still have some of the shit. See, that's 13 CDs. See these right here, that's 13 feet. That's 13. And that's 17. Oh, that's 15, I'm saying. 15. So this is the front of the warehouse. I mean the front's over here. This is where the mini ramp used to be. I could be wrong. Yeah, so you still see the original. They kept most of the. I think they took the 13 down and built 15 across instead of yeah. See, I think they went all the way. Let's see, cause I can't tell. Let's see. You can see these guys are probably like almost 6 foot, So we put their body there. It's another half, So yeah, that's what they're doing right now. They're building up to it. So the 13 was too small. They want a bigger transition. Yeah, so these are probably 17. The extensions over there, 17. Yeah. And they built this out with the V, modified it. So see there it is right there. See that? That's all the light we had, man, when we were doing it. See, this is the back. That's where the thing rolled up. Yeah, so that's all the light we had. Me and Mario, we were there for 14 days. We did it for free. Cause see, there's the light. See it? That's all the light we had. There's no lights on top. So see right here, this is where the mini ramp used to be, right here. And then above it, right here, would be the party deck. This would be the party deck up here, and the mini ramps right down here. So that's the completion of it. Yeah. So you see here. So here, when you first walk in, that's the back there. So it's coming in. This is a video. I'll put the video in the link so you can see it. Yeah, so this is the ramp now, but originally it didn't look like this, and it looked like this. Yeah, that was when it was. So they were losing so much money that Danny Way had to get his own pocket, dig into his own pocket to pay for all the riders like Jeremy Ray and Colin McKay and stuff like that. So man, yeah. So that's it, man. Hope you enjoy skateboarding knowledge. Hope you learned something. All right. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Enjoy.